Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Jonna and I am the owner of Blue Coach Travel, and here we specialize in ocean cruising and really all things Disney. And today we are going to talk about one of the biggest questions when you're planning a Disney vacation is whether to stay on property or off property. It's a big decision. There's a lot of different options. It can be very overwhelming, but don't worry, we've got you covered here. So let's take a look at the different properties. So staying on Disney property is certainly our recommendation at Blue Coach Travel. At the end of the day, Disney is always telling a story, right? So, well, the resorts on property certainly aren't an exception. Plus, staying on property comes with perks that hotels offsite just don't have. Added value? Absolutely. With more than 25 resorts, how do you select the one that's best for your family? Well, let's just take a quick look. So Disney separates its resorts into 4 different categories, and those categories are value, moderate, deluxe, and villas. Those villas are part of the Disney Vacation Club, which we'll kind of touch on more in a little bit. Pricing, features, on-site, and availability of certain amenities start off pretty basic and add on from there. So let's start with the first category, which is the value resort. Now, these are pretty basic rooms, bathrooms, recreation and dining are limited. Think large pool and a food court. And the downside is that transportation is typically via bus. Now, the good thing is that Disney transportation is included, which is key. You basically do not need to drive when you're staying at Disney. And the biggest thing is you don't have to pay for parking at the resorts. So you can just hop on one of the many different options for transportation, which could be the bus and also could be boat, it could be a monorail. And starting in 2019, they added the Skyliner option, which is very fun. It's almost a ride and an attraction in itself. So with those value resorts, like I said, the transportation is usually via bus, but with the introduction of the Skyliner, Pop Century is now one of those resorts that's on the Skyliner resort, which makes it much easier to get to Epcot and to Hollywood Studios. Now, the next category is moderate. So moderate rooms are larger and they do have different configurations. They have view options, pools, recreation, and dining is a little bit more robust. So at the value resort, your dining option is basically going to be a food court, which can be great if you have picky eaters. My girls were very picky and the food court was amazing for them. So those moderate resorts do have those food courts, but they will also have some sit-down dining options that you make reservations for as well. And their transportation is, again, usually by bus, but with the monorail, with the Skyliner, you can now get from Caribbean Beach to Hollywood Studios and Epcot using that Skyliner, which is a fabulous option. So the next category is deluxe. These are the most posh rooms. Types and sizes can vary. The main draw is the proximity to the parks. This is as close as it gets. A park could be a quick walk or monorail ride away. And with these resorts, depending on which resorts you're staying at, you have all of the different options as far as transportation. You have the monorail, you have buses, you have boats, and you also have that Skyliner. as an option. And dining here is, there's so many different dining options. In fact, a lot of the resorts are, the restaurants there are go-tos even if you're not staying there. So they have that quick service type of dining options, but they also have those restaurants. I'm talking about Ohana's here. So, and if you want to know more about that, let me know in the comments below. The last category is villas. Now, like I said, this is part of Disney Vacation Club. And if you don't know what Disney Vacation Club is, it's basically their version of a timeshare. And but you do not have to be a Disney Vacation Club member to stay here. You can simply pay cash for the rooms instead of using points as the Vacation Club members would do. So bed and bath configurations can vary by room size, but everything else is deluxe. In fact, every deluxe property, or most deluxe properties, have a Disney Vacation Club villas as part of the resort. Now they do have a studio size, which is basically a hotel room with a kitchenette, but they also have 1, 2, and 3 bedroom options where you can not only have bigger space, but you also get a full kitchen, which is amazing, especially when you're, wanting to maybe save some money and not spend, all of that money on Disney food. You can make your own breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, whatever it might be. It's very handy to have. And they also have in-room washer and dryers, which I know it's not very much fun to do laundry on vacation, but if you're like me, you like to have those clean clothes when you're going home. So it's really nice to have. So I know all of these categories and different options, we just kind of touched on them. I know it is a lot of information, a lot to explore and go through, and it can seem overwhelming. But here at Blue Coach Travel, we can take all of that confusion and overwhelmingness away and help you find the right resort that fits the needs of your family. So down below is some information of how you can get in touch with us. Let us help you make your vacation dreams come true, and we'll see you next time. Bye.